They told me I wasn't the right fit. Because of how I looked. Because of my skin. Can you imagine hearing that at 16, with your heart full of dreams and your hands holding your sketchbook like it's the only thing that understands you? She didn't know that the man sitting behind her on the bench, watching the rain slide off his expensive leather shoes, was a billionaire. And in that moment her life was about to change. Forever. It was a gray Thursday afternoon in downtown Chicago. Cars hissed by on wet pavement, and the city's noise was muffled under a misty drizzle. Under a cracked umbrella, 16-year-old Ariel Thompson sat on a public bench outside the prestigious Walton School of Design. Her dream school. Tears mixed with rain on her cheeks. In her lap, a folder of colorful hand-drawn fashion sketches curled at the corners from moisture. She clutched it like it was part of her. She had just come from her interview, where a panel of 4 white administrators smiled tightly and said words like interesting portfolio and unconventional style, before adding, "We're looking for someone who better fits our brand identity." She wasn't stupid. She saw how they looked at her dreadlocks, her thrifted clothes, her skin. Ariel was used to being the only black girl in a room full of polished, privileged people. But today broke her. She thought talent would be enough. That maybe, just maybe, they'd see her designs, crafted with love, pain, and imagination, and take a chance. Instead, she was left outside in the cold, her dreams rejected with a smile. She didn't notice the man who had been sitting on the other end of the bench. Not until he spoke. "That sketch you're holding, who made it?" Startled, Ariel looked up. He was older, white, in an immaculate gray coat. Sharp blue eyes. Gold cufflinks. Definitely out of place on this side of town. She clutched her folder tighter. "I did," she said cautiously. He smiled gently. "May I?" She hesitated. Then slowly handed him the sketch. He took his time, flipping through page after page. His brow furrowed, then softened. "These are extraordinary," he said finally. "Raw, real, fierce. What's your name?" "Ariel." He nodded slowly, as if memorizing it. "I'm Daniel Whitmore." The name meant nothing to her. "Why were you crying, Ariel?" he asked softly. She hesitated. Then the words spilled out. "They rejected me because of my skin. They didn't say it directly. But I saw it. They didn't want someone like me representing their school." Her voice cracked. "I'm not what they want." Daniel looked at her for a long moment, then reached into his coat and handed her a business card. "I want you to email me. Tonight. Send me digital copies of your work." Ariel frowned. "Why?" He smiled. "Let's just say, I know a thing or two about design." He stood up and disappeared into a waiting black car that rolled up like clockwork. Still stunned, Ariel flipped over the card. Whitmore Industries. Her heart skipped. Wait, wasn't that the luxury conglomerate that owned Verise, Hanover Leather, Maison Luz? The brands she dreamed of designing for. Was that him? That night Ariel sent the email. She didn't sleep. By morning there was a reply in her inbox. "Come to this address. Noon. Bring your portfolio. D." The building was sleek, glass and steel, nestled in Chicago's Gold Coast. Security greeted her by name. Inside, executives in tailored suits parted like waves when Daniel Whitmore walked down the corridor. He smiled when he saw her. "Glad you came." He took her to a private studio. The walls were lined with designs from world-famous collections. And on a large table, her sketches. Blown up, mounted, displayed like museum pieces. "I stayed up all night looking through these," Daniel said, turning to her. "You have a gift, Ariel. Not just talent. Vision." Tears sprang to her eyes. "I want to sponsor you," he continued. "Private mentorship. Full scholarship. And when you're ready, your own capsule collection under one of our brands." Ariel stared at him, stunned. "Why me?" Daniel's smile faded into something deeper. "When I was 17, I got rejected from Columbia because of my stutter. The man who changed my life didn't look like me. He saw what others missed. It's my turn now. Over the next year, Ariel trained under some of the best designers in the world. She flew to Paris, Milan, and Tokyo, quietly behind the scenes, learning not just design but culture, texture, history. Daniel never treated her like a charity case. He pushed her hard. He critiqued her when she got lazy. But he always believed in her. And when she unveiled her debut collection at New York Fashion Week, an Afro-futuristic fusion of streetwear and elegance, the room fell silent, then exploded into applause. Vogue called her a voice the fashion world didn't know it was dying to hear. And seated front row were the very same Walton School administrators who had rejected her. After the show, they approached her. Their smiles were different this time. Forced, apologetic. One reached out. "You've made quite a name for yourself. We'd love to have you come back and speak to our students. Maybe even teach a master class." Ariel looked at them for a long time, then shook her head with a soft smile. "I appreciate that. But I think I'll focus on places where young artists aren't told they don't fit." He turned. Daniel was waiting nearby, arms folded, beaming with pride. "You handled that with grace," he said. He grinned. "I learned from the best." A year later, Ariel opened her own design studio, the Dream Lab, in Southside Chicago. Not in Paris, not in Manhattan, right where kids like her lived. She offered free weekend classes for young Black girls, taught them how to sketch, how to believe. She gave them what she never had growing up, a mirror that said, "You are enough." And every now and then, Daniel would visit. Not in suits, but in jeans, helping students iron fabric or match colors. He said it kept him grounded. "You changed my life," Ariel said once, watching him laugh with a 10-year-old who designed a dress out of plastic bags. Daniel shook his head. "You changed mine." One day, a girl named Layla came up to Ariel after class. She was quiet, big eyes, nervous hands. "My teacher says I won't make it as a designer because I don't look like the others." Ariel knelt down and smiled gently. "I was told the same thing." She handed Layla a fresh sketchpad. "Now let's prove them wrong." Sometimes, kindness comes from a stranger on a rainy bench. Sometimes the people who reject you are just the beginning of your real story. Ariel thought she lost everything that day. But she gained something far more powerful. Someone who saw her worth. If you believe in the power of kindness and second chances, drop a red heart in the comments. And share this story with someone who needs a reminder. Your light is meant to shine, no matter who tries to dim it.